It's now a few days later. I've been busy at work and haven't had time to work on this. So I decided at this point I should probably write down some of the things that I was planning to do, because you can end up with too many of them to remember, and then you'll usually come back to them, but it is good to have them on record somewhere. So what I'm going to do is just jump into the GitHub project where I've been pushing all the code. So I'll just jump into my GitHub and grab that. And I'm just going to use GitHub issues to track the things that I want to do. So issues are basically, well, an issue tracker or bug tracker is what you usually use for a software project to track both bugs in the software and also anything that you want to do. So like feature requests, you don't necessarily have to know that you're going to do it, but maybe it's just an idea for something to do. You can create an issue saying, hey, maybe we should do this. That's also the way that you generally interact with other people for their own projects, is if you think there's a change that it should have where you find a bug, you'll figure out what issue tracker or bug tracker they use, and that can help. That's the way that you communicate with them about that. So there's several things that I wanted to do. So one of them was syntax highlighting. Well, not syntax highlighting, but styling. Styling of command line output. So let's just, that's the titles. So command line output should be styled based on the HTML tags from the source material. That's enough to remind me about what it is. I'll just add a technical note. Learn new node. That's syntax highlighting. OS. Command line highlighting. So maybe good for reference. Cool. Now that is an enhancement. I'll put that on there. I'm planning to do it, so I'll just assign myself. And there we go. So that's that one. And I think there were a couple of other things that I wanted to deal with. So let's make another new issue. Now, what was another thing that I wanted to change? I could look back over my videos, but that would be cheating and also take a while. So let me just move this aside. Arguments. Styling was the main one. I think another was the thing that I already did. See, this is why you need to write things down, because now I can't even remember exactly what it was I was planning to do. Let's see, I have a few things here. Oh yes, of course. These open tabs are reminding me. One of them was make this into a global command. So installed using npm install -g. This field here is a markdown field, which means, as you can see there, passed as markdown, which is a way of, it's a shortcut syntax for writing simple HTML. So I preview that. The backticks around that make it into a something that's displayed as code, and the HTML so that it gets wrapped in code tags. So you'll probably see me using that in a number of places. So that's just something you'll see quite commonly. A lot of documentation, like readmes and things, are written in Markdown because it's quick to write, much easier than writing HTML tags. So using that, and I had something. Here we go. That was a good reference. So instructions here. We can use more Markdown for this. Node.js Greenie first level module. Where was that? Right. Sends the URL and name. There may be useful. I think that's everything for that one. There may have been a third thing. Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, the other one was publish on NPM. So for this one, I kind of want to pick a final name, and what I want is a command, a good command to use a command line for it. Name it that. I wanted to call it WAT, W-A-T, but that's taken, and so is the proper word what. But if I spell it W-A-H-T to make it WAT, there's no package with that name, so that is probably what I will call it. So the name that is not, it is available on NPM. So command B what math.min documentation math.min syntax. There you go. To ask is the syntax from math.min. Good. That should be all I need for that. Yeah, I don't think I've found. Oh yes, I also at some point found this info about renaming repositories, so I probably want to change my repository on GitHub to have that name. So you may be observing the Markdown syntax for a link, at least in this flavor of Markdown, is to use square brackets with the display text, and then immediately after it some parentheses with the actual URL. There we go, and that is the. I believe that's all three of the issues that I wanted to record. I guess these are all enhancements, so I could label them. At this point it's not that big a deal, because I've only got three. If I had hundreds it would be important to have them, well, it may be important to have them labeled so that I can would be able to search through them in a sensible way. I guess I should assign myself to those as well. Maybe I can do that assignee myself. And that'll do for this video. So now I know I've got the things that I wanted to do recorded there, so I can happily go away. And if I don't have time to work on this until the weekend, and I've got a lot of stuff on in between, I know that they're written down there. So thanks for watching. That's the end of this video.